We have a question from a sister. Let's see what she says. She asks, when a man is angry and suddenly sends a talaq to his wife, what does this mean? Talaq means divorce. He sends a talaq, he says that word talaq tuki, I divorced you. When the man says I divorced you, is that accepted or not valid? Let's see. There is a difference between the Sunni school and the Shia school. In the Shia school, which follows the tradition of the Messenger of God and the jurisprudence of the Quran, marriage is easy, meaning it does not require witnesses, only that the girl and the boy agree. In case the girl is a virgin with her father's permission, they can recite the formula and that's it. Couple and woman. There is no need to go to a religious person, nor to a mosque, nor to have witnesses or anything. The marriage is established. And divorce is difficult. This means that to get a divorce, the presence of two just Muslim men is required. And the man recites the word in a normal state, in agreement with what he is doing. That the woman is not on her monthly period with several conditions. That the man recites it in perfect Arabic. When it is done with all the conditions, the divorce is valid. If not, it is not valid. This means that if the woman is on her menstrual period, the divorce is not valid. Because the man needs sex, he gets upset and will divorce, and it is not valid. Let the woman return as the angel of the house. So let's see. Without the presence of two just witnesses. What does two just witnesses mean? Two just witnesses will not allow the man to divorce his wife because they are just Muslim men. What's wrong with you, boy? So control yourself. What's wrong with you? Why do you want to divorce your wife? They will not allow it. So the man has to justify the case to two just men. It's like, this happened to me. Please let them be witnesses. And they say, no, we don't want to be witnesses. Goodbye, we're leaving. So he needs both to agree to that divorce. Just Muslim men just is very important, not from the sinners. So many conditions that God said to make divorce difficult. That's why when a man is angry about getting a divorce, it's worthless. Unfortunately, in the Sunni school, because it does not have independent jurisprudence, it is unfortunately a combination of a lot of sunnah from the caliphs, innovations from the caliphs, things that are not in the Holy Quran, things that are not in the teachings of the Prophet of Islam. So they came to one thing. The truth is, I call them very bad. Why? Marriage is difficult. They need witnesses and many things. Divorce is easy and straightforward. If the man says goodbye, it's over. Even the man here can divorce his wife 3 times. Right away. When he divorces his wife 3 times, do you know what that means? That man and that woman can never come back together. The man was angry. For example, in the case of a Mongol king, from the Mongols, from the Ilkhanate, if I'm not mistaken, we are talking about after the Mongol attack on Iran. In Iraq, one of the kings of that Mongol dynasty had divorced one of his women out of anger. So the law says, you cannot return to that woman, according to Sunni correspondence. That king was angry, as the law said you cannot remarry her until she marries another man, mohalel. They must live together, have relations, and all that. In case the second husband wants to divorce her and the waiting period, for example, elapses, which means 4 months. If she truly wants, she can definitely remarry you. But after the necessary time has passed, perhaps 3-4 months, and she will marry another man, and she will have sexual relations with another man. And what happens? And if that man, you cannot force the husband to divorce his wife. The second husband, in case he says, I will divorce my wife, 4 more months pass, then your wife can return. Your ex-wife can return after 8 months. And that was very burdensome for the king. And he said, no, invite all the Sunnis to give me their opinion. All the Sunnis came giving their opinion. Then they said, Yes, that is our jurisprudence. A woman can be divorced once for 3 times and that's it. It's over. The king is very upset. He says, there is no one who has another opinion. They say, yes, it is a misguided group. What are they called? They are the Shias. So, who is their leader? They said to Lomeheli, the great scholar Heli, they sent him to the city of Hela and summoned him to appear at the king's palace. Many things happened, and Lomeheli explained to the king that we follow the true path of the Prophet of Islam. These are logical teachings. They are intellectual teachings. We do not follow the caliphs who made many mistakes, which the Sunnis acknowledge. We follow the infallibles, the Imams. And then he said, what is the law? He said, the law states that the divorce you have done, which was not in the presence of just witnesses, is not valid. She remains your wife. And then the king loved that. He said, stay with me, and he became Shia. And that king was one of those who helped to, we can say, expand the Shia during that time. This story was very interesting. And well, that is the topic of divorce. And also in Egypt, one of the teachers of Al-Azhar was Shaltut. When that happened in Egypt as a big problem, they had this, that a man divorced 3 times from 3 times to his wife. So he could not return to his wife. Then they said, let's recognize Shia jurisprudence as the 5th. The 5th school of thought we are going to recognize. So Al-Azhar, the great Sunni University of Al-Azhar, center of study of Al-Azhar in Egypt, they recognized Maktabul Ja'fari, the school of thought of Imam Sad al-Islam. It means the true school of the Sunnah of the Messenger of God, the true Islam, alongside 4 manipulated schools. That happened in Egypt about 50 years ago or more. Well, that's all.